Have a brand new, very awesome Captain Marvel featurette. There are some great new scenes in it. Obviously, there are some scenes from the previous trailers that we've seen, but some new scenes to break down, starting with the first scene.
Grunge is a good look for you.
Did you have a rough day, Agent Fury?
It starts off with a very 90s feel because this movie takes place in the 1990s. It starts off with a record playing, she's wearing the Nine Inch Nails shirt, she has the leather jacket on, and she's meeting Fury in this bar. This isn't the first time they've met, but it does seem like since the last time that they met and this current time that they're meeting in the bar, a lot has went down. She starts off by asking Fury if he had a rough day, and the fact that they're meeting in a bar because Fury needs a drink probably indicates that he has had a rough day, plus he has the bandages on his eye. And they sit down and he says, I'm going to need clarification on this space invasion. So it seems like he could have possibly already ran into some Skrull, and that's why he's meeting with her right now so he can learn more about the Skrull. And this is where she tells him that the Skrulls are invading Earth and they're shapeshifters. And as she's telling him this, we actually see for the very first time the Skrulls shape-shifting into a different being. The Skrulls are walking out of the ocean going onto the beach, and as they are doing so, they see a woman who's about to go surf. And we see for the very first time one of the Skrulls, or maybe all of them, shapeshift into this woman. And this is what makes the Skrulls so dangerous. You don't know who they are. You don't know where they are. They could be among you. Just like Talos has infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. And that's why they're so dangerous. And that's why Nick Fury asked Carol Danvers, okay, prove to me you're not a Skrull. And that's when she fires a photon blast and completely destroys this jukebox.
That's a photon blast.
And?
A Skrull cannot do that.
I'm just supposed to take your word for that.
Fury's face during this part is hilarious. He's kind of looking like, why the heck did you just do that? Because this is his first encounter with an alien species. He doesn't know that they all can't do that. And that's why with his face, he's saying, why did you do that? And Carol Danvers answers back, it's a photon blast. And he's like, and what does that even mean? And she explains that the Skrulls can't do that. But again, he's never really met an alien before, so he doesn't know the difference between different alien species and what they can and can't do. And this is where they get into, and something that I actually really enjoy about this trailer is the lightheartedness and the comedy aspect to it. She tells him, that's a photon blast. A Skrull can't do that. And he's like, okay, I'm just supposed to take your word for it? And she gives him this look like, yeah, you are. The Skrulls can shapeshift into different people, but they can't take their powers. There is the Super Skrull who can take people's powers, but Fox owns the rights to Super Skrull, so unless they worked out some kind of deal, he won't be in this movie. We then get a new but also very brief scene of the Kree. It looks like they're going into battle, possibly against the Skrulls, but somewhere that is not on Earth. We've learned that for Captain Marvel, half the movie will take place on Earth, and the other half will take place off Earth. Most likely on Hala, which is the Kree's home planet, or somewhere in space fighting the Skrull. Then we have this scene with Jude Law's character, who we thought was confirmed to be Mar-Vell, but has recently been confirmed as Yon-Rogg. And this has come from a Marvel Legends series leak. So we know that ultimately he's going to be a villain, and in this scene we have him actually training Carol Danvers. So this is a little bit of foreshadowing here, because at some point towards the end of the movie, there'll probably be a pretty big fight between him and Captain Marvel. So as he's training her, she says, I don't remember my past. And in the next scene, she says, I have these powers, but I don't know where they came from. And in this scene, we get a new look at her as she gets her powers. She gets hit with an explosion and we can see her eyes light up and the energy sort of flow around her. And as I've mentioned in a few videos before, Captain Marvel in the comics originally gets her powers from the explosion of a Kree machine where her DNA gets infused with Mar-Vell's, making her half Kree, half human. But Marvel would actually eventually end up changing her origin in the comics, making it to where she was born part Kree, part human. So I'm not really sure which direction they're going to take it for this movie, but in a different trailer, we saw her touch her nose, look at the green blood, and she looks kind of confused. So maybe she actually was born full human, then gets infused with some Kree DNA, and that's how she gets the green blood, and that's why she's so confused. Or maybe she is part Kree and part human, but she's just confused because she was just in an explosion. The next scene is with Fury and Talos, and it's really actually kind of a cool scene because they're they're hinting at the Avengers. Fury says, "I've never seen anything like her," in which he's asked, "Do you think you can find others?" In which he replies, "She's just the beginning." So Fury, having met her and seen her powers, already sees the potential for the Avengers. He's seen the Skrull, an alien race, invade Earth, and he knows that he's going to need something more than normal humans to be able to protect the Earth. And keep in mind that Captain America already exists, and now Captain Marvel's in the picture, so Fury sees what actually I'll call the end game for the protection of Earth against these alien species. So maybe we'll see some sort of node to the Avengers in Captain Marvel. Maybe that'll be the post-credit scene. Nick Fury presents somebody with an idea for the Avengers. And then as years go on and people come to surface like Captain America and Iron Man, he starts to recruit them for the Avengers Initiative. So maybe we'll see a cool little start to the Avengers in Captain Marvel. And then the last new scene that we got in this featurette is just a little bit of back and forth between Carol Danvers and Nick Fury.
What is this?
The SHIELD logo.
Does announcing your identity on clothing help with the covert part of your job?
Said the space soldier who was wearing a rubber suit.
Carol kind of throwing a little punch at Nick Fury, making fun of S.H.I.E.L.D., saying they have their logos on everything, and Fury throwing a jab right back at her, making fun of her Kree suit. Again, just showing some of the comedy of this movie and the lightheartedness. I actually think the tone of this trailer was really, really good. I was already pretty excited to go see Captain Marvel, but this featurette actually makes me even more excited. So that's it for my breakdown of this new footage that we got. Let me know in the comments down below how excited you are to see Captain Marvel when it comes out in theaters. And I'm still doing my Infinity Gauntlet giveaway if you would like to enter for your chance to win. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment down below with your thoughts and your favorite superhero. As always, thank you all so much for watching.